This Thursday night, the Wenatchee World will honor 5 local individuals and businesses with the Community Impact Award, recognizing their good deeds around the Wenatchee Valley. That's set for 5 p.m. at the Local Event Center in Pybus Public Market. Mike Malman, the Executive Director of the Christian charity agency Serve Wenatchee, will be recognized at that ceremony. Malman and his team won the Progress Award for their service to the community. In tonight's feature story, he spoke with Wenatchee World reporter Josie Meets.
I came on board almost 2 years ago. My first day, ironically, was April Fool's Day, and so we got off to a running start in spring 2 years ago.
What does the organization do especially well behind the scenes that the public might not see?
You know, I would invite anyone to come down and look at what we're doing, even at our current temporary location, because what we do, and it's a core value of ours, is dignity. Most of the people, not all of the people, but most of the people who come to us are authentic, genuine people that just need a little bit of help. And so from the moment they walk in the door, they're greeted by someone. They're treated kindly. If it's their first time in, they receive an interview with one of our intake specialists who isn't just concerned about their physical needs, but also is asking, is there any other ways we can help? We're a Christian organization. Can we pray for you? In our market volunteers are probably my favorite people because when people come in, they're treated so kindly. And I think that when people leave our building, I think they feel loved. It's not a sterile, disconnected environment. It's a deeply personal place where in our system we're loving because God first loved us, and we feel compelled to show that with others.
What gap does it exist to fill?
Well, it is a part of an ecosystem of multiple food banks and social service providers in our community that do great work. There's really no one organization that can meet all of the needs of people that are facing income challenges in our community. So we're part of that environment. I think what sets us apart as being a little bit unique is our partnerships are very, very broad. And so we have significant corporate partners that work alongside of us, that volunteer for us, are excited for us. We have a large list of church partners that are growing, also serve with us, and individuals, donors and volunteers, and so we're a largely volunteer organization. You know, last year we had close to, between our daily activities and our events, we had literally hundreds of people, 400 or 500 people volunteer for us in a given year, and that's pretty significant. And those are people who have a real passion for the folks and families we're serving.
What is one misconception you encounter about poverty, food insecurity, or need in this region that you wish more people understood?
I think there's 2 things that come to mind. The first one is this, and I've kind of spoken to it a little bit here, but not everybody that needs food is lazy. Not everybody that needs help with rent is lazy. We have a picture of low-income folks in this community, and oftentimes that vision, that imagery is centered around people living on the streets, in a park, in tents. That is a small sliver of the crisis we're dealing with here in the community. Most of low-income issues, vulnerable issues, deal with people who are almost invisible. They're living with an uncle or aunt in grossly overcrowded housing. They're moving, they're couch surfing. We have young families that just sort of move from location to location, getting whatever assistance they can get to find the next thing. There's no stability. They don't know where the kids are going to go to school. And many of these folks, and most of the folks we work with are honest people that are just trying to get to the next thing. And so that's one misconception. I guess the other one is this, and this is a harder one, and it's probably a less popular one. For those folks that are living on the streets, there's some anger towards those folks. They're seen as being high crime and whatnot. And One of the things people ask me is, do you help? Are you willing to help drug addicts? Are you willing to help those people? And the problem is we have such a problem with mental health, not only in the Wenatchee Valley, but nationwide, especially among low-income folks. Particularly, we have a significant problem with veterans that have fallen on hard times and have some mental health issues sometimes. And then we have people that are addicted. And we have folks in this community, for lack of a better term, they simply are unemployable. And so the question then becomes, as a community and as a larger society, do we still feed and shelter these folks? And in my belief system, as a Christian, I say yes, we do help them. That's a tough one because I look at, our permanent location is downtown where a lot of the homeless issue, and I occasionally would look out and see some of the crime activity in our neighborhood, and it would inspire anger. At the same time, I think as a society we do have a responsibility. We want to see these folks get better, but they're not going to be able to get better if they're not being fed and sheltered.